Bukhari Sahib, would you be kind enough to tell us, as Trump administration is in the process of review on this region, do you see any warming up of relations between US and Pakistan and finding any common objective in addressing issues of the region?
The Trump administration has its hands full. It's dealing with a lot of domestic chaos. And then, of course, where does Pakistan fit in the hierarchy of foreign policy issues? Keep in mind, Syria is first and foremost. The fight against ISIS. I even think Iran, dealing with Iran, takes precedence over what is happening in Afghanistan. So we need to keep in mind, where does Pakistan fit into the larger scheme of Washington, and keep in mind that the Trump administration isn't, operating on all thrusters, and it won't be for quite some time to come. In terms of, opportunities, yes, there's a bottoms-up review taking place under the leadership of retired General Mattis, who is Secretary of Defense. And it's not just a review of American commitment, military commitment to Afghanistan. It's a global review where all, the United States has deployed forces. Where does it need more forces? Where does it need less forces? So I think that we're going to have to wait for that review to be completed before we can say, where is it that the opportunity exists for Pakistan and the United States. But having said that, I think that the American interest is essentially bringing an end to the longest war in American history, which is the Afghanistan war. And the question is, how do you do that? And the obvious answer is, well, if we can have a power-sharing agreement, if we can negotiate with the Taliban, that hasn't worked for a variety of reasons. The Taliban are highly factionalized, especially after the death of the founder, Mullah Omar. We have far more players, in terms of international actors, who are now delving into this or flirting with the Taliban, as many have said in the press. We have Russia, we have China. Iran is being blamed by the Afghan authorities for supporting the Taliban. Pakistan is obviously, does not have that kind of leverage. It's overrated. It has been overrated. Those days when the Pakistanis would say, jump to the Taliban and get a response, sir, how high? They're long gone and they're not coming back. And so I think that there is a need for Pakistan to first review its options in terms of what is it that it can actually offer to the Trump administration when the Trump administration comes knocking on their door.